Good morning. Please have a seat and we'll begin the press conference. Well, the season is still early and it's only April. We've seen enough to start to understand what this team is all about and what the potential is for the season. However, I will have to take into consideration that Cole and Rodon have not yet returned. And if they do come back like their old selves, I guess we would be even better than we are today. That said, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. And quite frankly, I do not need to start thinking about my relatives having sex change operations. So anyway, 13-9 is where we are. It's an okay start. I won't complain. It could be better. It could be worse. But we do need to separate ourselves from the pack at some point. And you do that with good, consistent hitting and pitching. We've scored more than 4 runs 11 times in 22 games. We've given up more than 4 runs 8 times in 22 games. What does this mean? I have no idea. Just score 1 more run than the other team because that's how you win the fucking game. Here is some reality. Right now we have 7 guys who are batting under 200. 7 guys batting under 200. Rice is sitting up there on the throne and having a great start to the year, and Belly and Judge and a couple of others are being very productive in different ways. Judgy Wudgy is contributing, but we all know that he isn't going to hit 230 forever. But when you surround 4 or 5 decent batters in a lineup with 4 or 5 guys hitting under 200, do you understand what that means? Take meatloaf, for example. You can have half a meatloaf that's made perfectly good with meat and spices and all that stuff. But if you add some pieces of shit to it and mix it all up, what do you have? You have meatloaf with shit in it. Shitloaf. And nobody wants to eat shitloaf, so start swinging the fucking bats like pros and not like Billy Rose's long-stem beauties, you fucking overpaid head cases. Print that! By the way, can someone get Frank the Tank laid? Can't the barstool billionaire Dave get him a hooker or something? A blow-up doll? A rub and a tug? Something! This poor little fat fuck's head is going to pop off if the Mets keep losing. Anyway, as you know, we have the Red Sox tonight in Fenway Park. For all of you who do not know, Boston does not destroy their beautiful old ballparks the way George did. You can go to Fenway and say, look, there's where Williams stood, and there's where Yaz played. In Yankee Stadium, you can say, look, there's where a hot dog vendor was parked, and over there, that's where an old man fed pigeons and where dogs took shits. There was 0 reason to tear down the Cathedral of Baseball, but what the fuck? I don't want to talk about it. I can't talk about it. It's just too painful. Anyway, we are in Boston, and I'll be honest with you, I will take in all the sights and history Fenway Park has to offer. And that's all I have to say about that. Here's what we need to do in this Boston series and for the rest of the season. Jizz needs to just shut the fuck up and stop talking and start playing. I'm tired. I am very sick and tired of him telling us each preseason he should win the MVP. How about just bat 250 and hustle? Pitching. We have some starters who are pitching lights out. And then we have a bullpen that is pitching like shit. I call them bedknobs and broomsticks. You know, like the old movie. You ever seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks? Bedknobs and broomsticks. No? Fuck you anyway. Once again, it would be nice if we could just hit and pitch consistently. You know, like the Dodgers. Instead of worrying which team is going to show up on any given day. And by the way, if you think McMahon's defense makes up for his hitting, then Ted Williams is coming over to kick you in the dick. McMahon and Gritchuck, whatever the fuck his name is, hit like the way Ginger Rogers and Fred Astaire dance if they both suffered massive head injuries and had their legs amputated at the knee. Why the fuck do we have a minor league? Why? We pay 20, 25 mil a year to a veteran bad hitters who we know are bad hitters, and we have minor leaguers who are so good we won't trade them, and we won't play them either. How the fuck does this make any fucking sense? We have 4 minor leaguers who should be brought up immediately and integrated into the big league team. This is how you build teams for the future. Remember the core 4? Let's stop bringing in 37-year-old free agents whose best years were 10 years ago and who have trouble reading the top line on an eye chart. Bring in the kids, goddammit. Bring in the fucking kids and get them experience and let them learn from the vets like Judgy, Wudgy, and Cole. And that's that. I'll see you down on the field. Nothing, and I mean nothing, is better than Yankees, Red Sox, baseball. The greatest rivalry in sports. Let the games begin.